Welcome back to the Black Undergrad Perspective podcast. My name is Soy Charles.
My name is Antoine Jones.
My name is DeAndre McKibber.
My name is Patrick EQ.
My name is Dale Washington.
I'm Jalen Conway.
I'm Larry Ransom Jr.
Today we got an all males episode, and we worked really hard on some of these questions, and we want to get a lot of different viewpoints. We got my boy Jalen from Florida, Baltimore. Where you from, bro?
I'm from Akron, Ohio.
You from Akron, Ohio? I'm from Florida.
I'm from Florida.
Yeah. Mike.
330 Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh man, he
Up at MD.
Yeah, and we just wanted, we just had some topics that we wanted to bring up. I get with the first one being, how do you guys think society depicts us as black men? Yeah, how do you think, like, when you walking around, how do you think we depict you as a black man, like, personally?
I don't know, just walking, like you can always see on social media.
Yeah.
We always the main topic on social media, and then if we speak up, you know what I'm saying, we the ones that's getting the backlash on it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get deeper into it, but that's just like a little tip of
Yeah, the iceberg. What you think?
Me personally, I think like the outside world, I feel like they view us as like they're kind of scared of us. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like they look up to us because we lead the culture. You know what I'm saying? We're what's cool. So I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah, piggybacking off him, I think things happen, people are like, oh damn, why did he do this? Why did he do that? But us, we have to prove our innocence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we're already guilty, but we have to prove it. Like when we do something like that's not what we normally think we do, it's like, oh, he's actually like an innocent man instead of like, you know what I'm saying? We have to prove our innocence in everything we do, so people can get comfortable around us. That's how I think
We have to act
Yeah.
cold switch.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion, I say this last BSU meeting. I look at we like inferior, like they scared of us because they instantly they think they want to say something to us. We're gonna come at them. We all aggressive. They expect us to all be aggressive. We also like piggyback on what you were saying with trophies. You know what I'm saying? With dollar signs. They bring us around. We already know we got to win. We got to get championship. We got to get something out of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get deeper into it, but it's a money sign mentality. I look at. That's it is.
For me, I feel like it's more like a fear thing. You know, like you get the typical people walking around, you know, little girl clutch her purse up or something, you get around, or you in the elevator, she steps to the side or something like that. I ain't trying to really like the typical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, everybody know what I'm talking about. And it's like, you know, like y'all said, like people looking at us like inferior, they scared, you know, and it everywhere, like you see it among students, you see it like even at the school, like you see it among students, even some staff, like law enforcement officials and stuff like that, even in this town, you know, like I experienced it myself, and me personally, I'm sure y'all all agree, like I don't really like being looked down upon when I know that I'm not, you know.
Yeah, I say fear as well. You know, like they are like suspect you or something, like if you good or bad. So like he said, like prove your innocence or something like that, for you to be comfortable around other people. Yeah, I say just like they be fear, like they just suspect you or something already.
I'm piggyback, like instead of I feel like what y'all saying is like, yeah, but like I think it's not as much as fear, it's more as cautious. They more cautious, like they want to be more aware because now it's, you know, it's a black male coming in the picture.
Or you gotta put it like this.
But like, you know, like they just more like, you know, their mind is more on us than what they absolutely do. You know what I'm saying?
So like prime example at the parties, so they all cool with us. You know what I'm saying? The parties.
Yeah.
But they don't want to come home with us. You know what I'm saying? It's a fear thing. They all right, cool. We done with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now we just go home, be around our cautious people or fearful people. We good. That's how I look at it.
What do you guys think that happens, bro?
raised, your parents, you feel me, your friends, you feel me? We all do the same thing. We can't be the ones playing as the victim. Like we all go to the hallway, you know, oh look at that or look at that. Probably the same way. So I mean, it's definitely how you raise and who your friends around. You got a good head on your shoulders though. I mean, I know all these fellas at the table like that, so and my dog not like that, but it's just how they grow, how they was raised, and how they friends, you know.
The media kind of chooses what they want to put out there. So when they put out all of these aggressive acts committed by black men, and you're growing up in a white household, and let's say, like, your people don't have to be racist, but like, if you're watching the news and all you see is black men this, black men that, you're just gonna grow up like thinking, oh, majority of black men are like that. Notice how when there is something positive, a few times they say any black men are black. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's all. There's always like big. You know, they always talk about charitable acts. You know, oh, this kid came out with this, and this new invention is helping this. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say in majority, because like, if all this media is out and half of the crimes committed is by black men, but we make up only 13% of the U.S. population. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we make up 13% of the U.S. population and half of the bad media is us, you know what I'm saying? At this point, you're just picking and choosing to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nobody wants to watch positivity all the time. The media knows that. It's all negative.
When we do get a person, like, for instance, LeBron, we do get a person, they want to find something within the next hour or so, something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, get
Something bad happened.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to, as soon as we get somebody on a pedestal up there to say, like, oh, I mean, he did this, he doing this, like, I promise. Next thing you know, guess what? Somebody just got killed in front of his I promise school. Now they want to tarnish him. Prime example, Barack Obama came to Akron.
Like, basically,
You know
this is their idol, and he's still messing up. Kind of thing.
They just don't want us to win. You know what I'm saying? It's a tactic.
That's how it is.
God did.
How does that make y'all feel? Does it anger y'all?
It's something that it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take a long time and a lot of effort to fix. Like, and I don't know if there is fixing. And there's only just improvements, small steps. Like, just being like more vocal about certain topics.
I'll tell you, for me, like, knowing that the life experience of a black male, like in generations before, was way worse than what we live in now. It's like my anger was passed through my peoples down into me too, you know? And it's crazy, like, to see that we still gotta deal with this for hundreds of years. It's like, how much longer it's gonna take, you know? Like, how much longer we gonna sit around, wait around for stuff to change?
You more so aggravated.
Absolutely.
I feel like we're not getting anywhere. Like, even with all these apparent black movements that have been going on, I feel like we haven't been progressive to anything.
Leaders in our Black Lives Matter movement, you know, they taking money for their own stuff and ruining themselves. I want to talk about that for a second. That Black Lives Matter movement. Did y'all see that Kanye post?
Yeah.
He said Black Lives Matter was a scam. We all know it. I know everybody know good. Y'all in y'all right mind. I know y'all know good as well as me that Black Lives Matter, the movement itself, is not a scam.
I can disagree with that.
People can be genuine.
But Black Lives Matter, I can tell you, it's a scam.
Why is that?
Because first of all, you gotta look at and you wanna go towards media. Who's always in the media?
We is.
So you wanna use a movement, okay. For example, you got what's his name, that guy that got needled on his neck, use that for media. There's way worse crimes that don't hit the media. They use certain things, certain people. They use us for the media to get money. They already know. Prime example, your highest, richest athletes are black. Your highest, richest artists are black. So they're gonna use you as a money scandal. That's what I'm saying. It's a dollar sign. It's not.
At that point, is the movement? Is it the movement or is it the people behind it?
It's the movement, but the movement don't mean nothing.
The movement?
No, but I'm gonna tell you, the movement don't mean nothing because guess what? At the end of the day, they're saying Black Lives Matter. They going across city to city. At the end of the day, guess what? You still in the projects worrying about
That's true.
The movement ain't doing nothing because obviously the movement is fake.
The movement is bringing awareness though. That awareness thing, because media, the internet is still new. You know what I'm saying? So you heard some of the people, everybody be like they crazy, but some of the people been on Twitter like, or in interviews, they're like, damn, I didn't know this was happening in this city. I didn't know Pops was doing this. Some of them white people were actually oblivious until like some of that stuff came out.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie to you, and you can't even be mad at it because they're like all the way on the, you know what I'm saying?
It's not their life.
It's not their life. They didn't think some of that stuff would happen. So if anything, I understand the people behind it maybe it's scam, but like the awareness part of it is what we need to at least get people to understand.
Having a successful organization if like black people not owning it. If y'all know the founder of Black Lives Matter, George Soros, he's a very corrupt man. He's not black, you know what I mean? So like, you really gotta look into the history of these things. It's like, we're not educated enough to know this stuff. So we really gotta put it on us, you know what I'm saying? We just following this, cause it's cool, and, Black Lives Matter, woo-de-woo. they ain't doing shit really. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be real.
And then like, put it like this, and I'm gonna ask y'all this. So you mean to tell me your life is equivalent to a t-shirt? So they just put Black Lives Matter on it. Oh, we for it. So your life is equivalent to a t-shirt? No. I mean, just saying though, like, that's why Kanye put White Lives Matter. Cause you saying my life is equivalent to a $10.99 t-shirt I can go get from Dollar General.
Yeah, but then how would you bring awareness to what's going
So that's what I'm saying,
That's
to get rid of the movement and start actually working in the community. This is what we gotta start doing. Instead of having some leader running it, having some type of organ.
We trying to
need
be
to take initiative.
more do than say, person.
That's like back in the day, you gotta think about back in the '60s, we actually had people of
Yeah.
us that actually ran it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have them in the
Think about it too.
All
the
because of the
government-
internet, cuz we ain't had
the
it.
government
So, you know,
wasn't
people had to
involved,
speak, to go out and really speak their mind.
Yeah.
And that what really brought people together.
The government wasn't involved neither.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now as we evolving, we already set to fail, you feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the government can't be a part of it. Cause
That's
the
what I'm
government is trying to make us fail either way.
I think we have to be more politically involved, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to have our people in there, you know what I'm saying? We got our people in Senate instead of the majority of these old white men making decisions about us, you know what I'm saying? So
Like, you gotta look
that's
at
when
it.
shit really gonna change.
Just like from back in the day, you gotta look at it. Our age group that was actually running like the Black Panthers and these political groups of black people, they was getting, I'm just calling a spade. None of us wanna get killed. But if you wanna die for your community, half of them was dying at 21, 22. Look at Judah Messiah.
Yeah.
21 years old getting killed
Yeah.
for his people. To show that I love my people, I'm gonna go hard for my people, regardless what race group joins, but this is for my people.
Ain't nobody really doing that.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody want to sit there and die for you. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have those type of leaders because guess what? You gotta look at it. 85% of the world is followers. 10% is leaders. You know what I'm saying? The rest is the one getting 5% is getting assassinated because they're the ones that actually doing something. So you want to be part of that 5%? You gotta really be willing to put your life on the line for what you say. So not just Black Lives Matter. Let me go have my $1 million mansion. The lady just got a $1.2 million backyard redone. You know what I'm saying? Like she just living her dream. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, we actually you gotta die for this. You know what I'm saying? Like how you say, oh, I love the game of football. I love the backyard. I'll die for it. You gotta do the same for your people. So in order to have some type of movement, not saying it just look bad, but like some of us gotta die for it to show like, oh man, he really mean it. Now we're gonna have more people willing to die for us. They ain't willing to die. They just breaking rocks and stuff, destroying buildings. Okay, well, cool. They get money off that. Little people know that's insurance policy. They get money off that. Just saying.
Do you think that should keep continuing?
I'm like, that's in order for some type of acknowledgement and some type of media coverage, you got to. You know what I'm saying? Dr. King, even though there's two people, Dr. King and Malcolm X. Malcolm X, in order for him to get what he needed, he had to go the savage route. And he got it. Dr. King went to go the nice route, the peaceful route. You see what the two outcomes is. Both of them got killed. So but guess what? It gotta be somebody. You know what I'm saying? It could be one of us, it could be somebody, you know what I'm saying? But somebody got to step up. Because if not, it's gonna be bad. If not,
I don't think the rocket shit gonna work, cause in Youngstown they did that, and what happened there?
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't much happened. I don't know about where y'all from, but that ain't happened where we from. Everything's still the same type. You feel me?
I mean, I'll tell you, being in Baltimore during the Freddie Gray riots, my boy, let me tell you, that was something else. Like, I ain't none of us was alive for like Rodney King and all of that, but I mean, watching the videos from that and then seeing that like firsthand, look just about the same for real. You know, people out there, they leaving and stuff, but then you got people out there that's protesting. You got community leaders bringing people that don't need. You got people from different sides of town, east side, west side. You got different gangs coming together, and the community is together, going out there, getting it, trying, and then you got the other people out there, like I said, they leaving.
That's why I say there's a chance that this movement is not just crap. I'm not gonna lie, cause we doing some, cause nobody really doing some, but we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
So I feel like we progressively going.
We just gotta, you know what I'm saying, just certain chances just gotta get the move.
Yeah, I feel like it ended way too.
We gotta be consistent with it. We talking about it, we hearing about it,
But we're not taking action.
We not taking
Yeah,
action.
yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
why
saying? As black, we
Yeah,
not
right,
taking action.
yeah.
We just sitting watching on TV and CNN like, oh man, that's crazy that happened. We not going out there, because if we went out there, it'd be a difference.
Yeah.
So when we say we the people, we gotta talk about our people.
Yeah, of course.
It brought me the challenge of asking you guys this question though. What is the actual reality of what a black man is? Like, can you, in one phrase, or can you not make a generalization? So let's keep it in the sense of the U.S.
Okay. A welcome guest in the American dream.
Well, no, unwelcome, unwelcome guest.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, like, perceived welcome.
Unwelcome guest. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So thank you. You just helped me pick what I had to say.
Unwelcome.
I guess if I had to make a generalization, I say unwelcomed guest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think, but
I look at a phrase, you know what I'm saying? I say like a generation first.
Okay.
The reason why,
That's a
you know what I'm
good-
saying, like, generations, even before we came over here, we were still slaves. We still slaves, it's just not as
It's
getting
mental.
whipped or it's
Yeah,
a
it's
mental
mental.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta get these new J's and stuff. You worrying about getting J's, but not worrying about getting your lights on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking care of your kids when you going out here partying. So it's not just, it's also a race thing, but it's also about how am I a man as a man? Because typically the man is the head of the household. You gotta take care of your family. No ifs, ands, what's about the circumstances. We don't do that. We fail to do that. Well, our generation is not. You can look at it, 70%. We went up 70% of black men taking care of having a family and taking care of the child because we was the ones that raised up with no daddy. You know what I'm saying? That was the past generation. So we starting to break it. We just got to continue. You know what I'm saying? Instead of let me go get this nice car. Let me go get this lot. Let me go buy this lot for my child. Put something in their name so they can generate wealth. Let me get this laundromat. You know what I'm saying? We starting to think on the money aspect because a lot of us is in school. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them was on the streets or dead. So now we starting to be in the school aspect. Now we can think about, hey, let me generate wealth because that's what they were doing for their community. They generate wealth from back then, from off of the stupidest things. So now we can start thinking like, okay, cool. We don't even got to go to school. Take an entrepreneurship class. Something simple. Learn how to generate wealth, real estate. That's how I look at it. So generational curse. That's how I look at the black man.
We're at the PWI.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Like, how does it feel being at a PWI? You guys mind?
First
Like,
years. We on the market.
Chill.
I'm just saying, we on the market. You know what I'm saying? We all do sports. You know what I'm saying? We on the market. As soon as you do like little catch, you got the other day. You know what I'm saying? Nice catch. I bet you instantly, oh man, who that? I didn't look. We on the market. Seriously though.
Okay. You don't know about all that. What you think?
I'm just saying, though. We on the
What you
market.
think? What you think? He think we on the market. That's
I'm
right.
just saying, though. When you say PWI, though, you know what I'm saying? We on the market. That's how I look.
Me being around majority of white people, I feel like it's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? Because out there in the business world, what I want to get into, that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it changes, but like that's what it is right now. So I see it as a learning experience.
What you think?
Where I'm from, I grew up with, at first I grew up with just all black, and then I had to move, get to different schools to get out that type of environment. So then I got used to being around, white people. And then I got up here, it was just really all white. So it wasn't really hard to like adjust to it.
It was just like a
It was
continuation.
just me bringing a different perspective to other people that come to the school. You feel me? So I'm not like shy away from it, it, but I've been around it. It's just, you got, I want to say change, but sometimes you gotta watch how you speak and shit.
Yeah. What you think, Pat?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I came from like from starting all black and then moving into like a very like mixed race community in high school, and then like, coming to an all white college, PWI. It doesn't really, it was not much to adjust to either. But I would say that it's still a little. I wouldn't say it's like tempting. It's just. I feel like it's more. Gotta be careful. I still have to keep my guard up with certain people around me in a different town, and so like I'm not really familiar with this town yet, even though I've been here for like two years now.
Yeah, for
But yeah.
I mean, I've been around diversity like all my life, so like I've just been around a lot of people. It's just that when I'm like here, I just like look for like what their perspective on like certain like people or race and stuff like that. Like wonder like how they mind work, like how they feel about being around like this type of people or
Exactly.
like
Or somebody
different people,
foreign
stuff
to
like
them.
that. Yeah, so like that's what I look out for. But other than that, it's fun. Yeah.
I mean, my life, like my childhood, I came from like all black neighborhood for real. Been all black neighborhood like my whole life, but like towards like middle school and stuff, I ended up transferring to a private school with majority white people. It was only me and one other black kid in my class, which was kind of crazy to think about. Like, I remember going there for the first time and everybody asking me stuff that I don't know what they talking about. You know, it's like it's a big culture shock. Like, and then it's like, felt like I was an alien kind of, you know. Like, I remember this one boy asked me something. He's like, "You adopted?" I didn't know what that.
I think he's like, how'd you get in here if you didn't live in a white
And I
family?
was like,
Like,
you know what I told him? I told him, yeah. I didn't know what I was saying. He's like, I never, like, you know, they talking on, like, I don't
And I go
know.
back to how they was raised. Their parents ain't you know, their parents
Mhm.
are not giving them that
That
knowledge.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody knows.
And they just keep going and moving with it. And
Yeah.
then that's when they grow up and they say, oh, he weird. No, we not weird. You just don't understand.
You're oblivious to
That's
whatever
what I'm
was
saying.
happening.
It come
On
on
my
with
side
you
of the
because
world.
you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely with the parents and how they preaching their kids, their children.
Because I would say, for us, we ultimately come out and have to learn this culture because we're here. We gotta learn how to be successful, how to live the American dream. They just only have to learn that. What they have no culture for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why their parents gonna tell them about us for it? You know what I'm saying? And I imagine with all these news channels that, you know, Fox News, all of those biased news channels.
Yeah.
If your parents is putting that on, okay, that's what I believe. That's just what it is.
Gonna keep
You're
saying
gonna keep seeing what that's your truth. That's whatever your parents put on. That's what you believe. We, you know what I'm saying?
Question you got on a serious note though.
Mhm.
On a serious note, like you know the PWI. I'm like I've been coming from Akron, grew up in Akron, Youngstown, Cleveland. A lot of black people, and then I went to St. Mary's, so that opened my eye. You know what I'm saying, to a lot of stuff, and it opened to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just on a serious note, a lot of white people actually help me more than a black person. I got a lot of white people that help me. I don't know if it's they feel bad, I don't know if but they will instantly one phone call type, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't think it's like, as a culture, we worried about, man, he get up, man, I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Typically, if it ain't your boy, you know what I'm saying, they gonna be like, man, he gonna get up on us, I don't want him to get up. It's hate, you know what I'm saying? That's what go back to the hate and fear, you know what I'm saying? We gotta use that in the right.
Kind of, but it also depends on who you put in your circle. Like in my circle, I know I can call somebody and they be right there for me, whether they black and white.
You know what I'm saying? True, but you gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's my whole point is like, also like, us being a black man, you keep your guard up, cause you don't know who. I know people I put in my circle, I mean, like, I grew up since knee high, and they still did me wrong. They did me wrong over $50, they did me wrong over a pair of shoes, you know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta, one was black, one was white. So you don't know who, you gotta keep your guard up, but like, I can vouch and say a lot of white people actually will come forth to help you because they do have a better predicament than us, better outcome. They're one of the quickest ones to help you than a black person, because they wouldn't, because they want to see you do a little bit better.
You guys think there's pressure with being a black guy in the PWI?
I'm gonna meet where I'm at.
Y'all see how I am. I'm just saying, y'all see how I'm straight. I do the same thing whether I'm back at home or I'm here. I mean, it ain't really different. It's just if you don't rock with me, I won't rock with you. I stay on my lane, you stay in your lane.
That's a lot for me. I got pressure. I can't act the same way I do when I'm back home or when you feel me when I'm home. I
It's
can't
gonna be
do that.
a different change to where I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna
You're right. Yeah.
come at you how I want to, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I'm still gonna be aggressive at times. You know what I'm saying? Playing basketball. I don't care who you is. I'm like, but you know what I'm saying? It is a change to how I act typically though. But
The only thing with me is probably how I just talk. Other than that, I do the same.
So in some ways, you guys are saying you guys gotta adapt a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's no real pressure behind it.
I mean, I feel like, you know, my peoples, I don't know if my peoples, ever since I transferred over into majority white schools, like middle school, high school, college, like I get the same talk every year. Oh, there's a white boy ready to take your spot right away. You know, you in there slacking, like, what you in there for? You know, I've been getting that talk since middle school, since high school, since college, ain't nothing changed. And I feel like, I feel like she feel the pressure a little bit more than I do. You know what I mean? Cause my mother, she graduated from HBCU. She graduated from Morgan State in Baltimore, and like her brother graduated from Hampton in Virginia, HBCU. And I'm at a PWI. I'm a first generation PWI. I guess if you want to put it like that, and I mean, I don't know. I don't really feel the pressure. I mean,
Why you think your mom did that? There's definitely a reason why.
Yeah, I guess it's, I don't even know. I guess not to really let myself look down on myself. You know what I mean? Like not let them try to bring me down, make me feel like I'm less than myself. You know what I mean? Cause I remember when we were younger, pulling up to that private school. I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, and we in our little Toyota coupe, and all these people pulling up in Range Rovers, dropping their little kids off, and Porsches and all that. And that was my life for like from 8 to now, for real. You know, like I remember in high school, I would be coming from catching the bus to saying the same thing, the Porsches and the Range Rovers, they hopping out all fresh. Oh, have a good day. Oh, come get your breakfast.
That was motivation though too.
Yeah, I remember leaving my breakfast on the bus, bro. I ain't had no money. So I get some ice cream or something before I go to football practice at least, you know, like, and it's like, you know, I feel like for most black men, it don't matter how good you got it for the most part. You always gonna have a black man struggle. You feel me?
So I got a question for you about the whole situation. So, is your mom, cause like this is how my mom is. I know dad, mom, uncle, somebody is like feel the same way. Is she happy with you being at PWI? Cause like even though you can fulfill your dream, play football, you know what I'm saying? Like we sit there, like I don't want you to be there, but the HBCUs ain't recruiting us. You know what I'm saying? Typically at PWI, they see our goodness, they see how good we are. They're the typical ones that come after us. So like, is she happy with you being at the PWI, or does she want you to be at the HBCU?
I think she happy with me being in school.
Okay.
In general, you know what I mean? Especially coming out of Baltimore, most people, a lot of people, like they don't really make it out. A lot of people they deal, go to jail, they stay there, you know, do bad stuff, or they end up in the grave, you know. Whereas I'm making something happen, you know, like I'm not still in that city, you know, broke, scraping for $1, you know, trying to make something work in a city where nothing really worked, especially with a system flood. Like, you know, like if the system flood there, how is people really going, you know what I mean? But that's a talk for another time, I guess. But
But going back to what you was saying, my pops gave me that same talk before I came here, you know what I'm saying? Cause he went here in a time where it was extremely racist, you know what I'm saying? He was like one of 6 black guys, you know what I mean? So, he told me the same thing, and I don't think it was whether his mom wanted him to be here or not at a PWI. I think it was more like you gotta work 10 times harder so these people not looking down, you know what I'm saying, no matter where you at.
So is that pressure?
Depends how you take it. Me, when my dad told me that, I already knew that, you know what I'm saying? Cause I didn't grow up around him. I always had a hustle though, you feel me? Like, I always wanted to be the best. I gotta get it, you feel me? Money, intelligence, all this stuff I needed, you feel me? That's just how I always felt.
So I think personally, I think that his pressure is just exactly what he said, how you take it. Pressure can be just motivation.
Absolutely.
Motivation is pressure.
it'll make you a break.
So in some ways, we all got a pressure, it's just how you look at it that makes you understand it.
I like to change the word pressure. I say adversity. That's we live with it. You know what I'm saying? Like even though it might be to somebody else's side, man, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like prime example with me, I had to raise my siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to raise myself, also do sports, work a job. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of things that they'll say it's pressure, but it's adversity. So our pressure ain't really, you know what I'm saying? They word of pressure ain't really pressure to us. It's everyday life.
It's pressure because
That's facts, bro.
they have to do it.
And it's everyday life of a black man. You gotta work, like you said, 10 times harder.
It's not gonna be pressure if you feel it all the time.
Yeah.
It's just you here now. You gotta get it done. You know what I'm saying? So pressure for other people may be, oh, he gotta do this. I don't have to do this. Yeah, that's pressure. Nah, that's just it. That's just what it is. And hey, man, this was a great episode. This was a great episode. You guys tuning in, and then next episode is gonna be the all girls episode. He said it. My lips was not moving. He said it.